When you talk about the Fort Wayne Bishop Luers Knights, you talk about the top scorer in the state, Deshaun Thomas.
Well, he is the best player in the state. 30 points a ball game, 15 rebounds, 6'7", left-handed, and he knows what it takes to win a state championship. His teammates love him, and he's here to put on another show.
Meanwhile, let's take a look at Fort Wayne Bishop Luers and their starting five last.
Deshaun Thomas, the big man on the inside. They list him as a guard, but he can play anywhere he wants to.
In the Fort Wayne Bishop Luers Knights, for the Knights, they're trying to pick up their second straight Class 2A state championship. Can they? Good look at the head coach, James Blackman, in his 5th season. Oh my, the stories we could tell on this guy when he was a player at Marion High. Two teams combined 0 of 12 shooting in the early going. Here's a poke away by Muller. And transition bucket, first bucket of the game for Deshaun Thomas and the Knights. Here come the Knights again on the run. Barnett all the way to the rack, layup, missed it. Deshaun Thomas to clean it up, bucket, and a foul.
Well, it's a double dose. They can use their quickness to get to the rim. If they miss the shot, they got two big guys to rebound. Let's watch it. This is Barnett again. Gets right through all the traffic. And even though he misses, that leaves Deshaun Thomas to clean it up.
Thomas completes the three-point play. 30 points, 15 rebounds a game this year.
I mean, it was an awesome team to follow. And one of the greatest eras ever. And I was privileged to be a part of it. And I just feel so good. But God also gave me this vision.
They've got a better chance in this game.
Here's a poke away, Barnett. Another steal for that Fort Wayne Bishop Luers defense. And a great follow. Deshaun Thomas running the floor with an offensive putback. 18-15. 3:27 to play in the second of this Class 2A state championship. And at point number 7, he moved into 11th place all time in the history of Indiana high school basketball when it comes to scoring. He has now passed Dave Shepard, the former Carmel Greyhound. He's the 11th best scorer in the history of high school basketball in the state of Indiana. Deshaun Thomas doing a little defense of his own right there.
Yeah, hard to take it right into him. The trapping defense, they put him back for to guard that basket. He knows how to block shots. Let's watch it now. Just sitting, waiting, and boom, smacks that one away. Second ready for Brownstown Central, and 6 for Bishop Luers.
And that foul, by the way, was the 7th team foul.
For Brownstown over the limit.
76% free throw shooter is Thomas. I mean, this guy is a Mr. Do Everything, folks. He's a good free throw shooter. He passes the ball with semi-state and makes both free throws here.
Looks pretty good there on that form. You're exactly right, Rob. He does everything well.
Michael Leachman cleans it up. It's 22-19. Barnett's shot missed. Deshaun Thomas cleans it up offensively for the Knights before the halftime horn. Blackman on the dribble. Pull up at the horn. Won't go. They won't count the tip in after the horn has sounded.
This team, watching come off his own man. He comes from the guard position, hangs in there long enough, even with a shot fake, able to block that shot.
Thomas on the low block. Powers it up. In and out. Offensive rebound put back, and the Knights are right back in front.
Now you see.
Leads at 2 for Bishop Luers. Stolen away to Deshaun Thomas. He will lead the break. 2 on 3. All the way to the basket. That is a big-time move right there, folks.
That looks like a guard. He steals the ball, then dribbles it right down the middle.
7-0 run by Bishop Luers. They've got a 6-point lead. Good look at Deshaun Thomas, nicknamed the Diesel. And for good reason. He can really move the numbers, especially when it comes to scoring.
There you see, just under 900 points right now. So depending on how many more he gets here in this game, Luers has played 26th, their 27th game this year. So he'd have to increase his scoring average by a few points a game in order to catch Damon Bailey.
Barnett looks at a 3. He's been hot. Blackman a lob to Thomas. Here comes a triple team, and Deshaun Thomas still rises up and scores.
Well, Michael Leachman's got.
Barnett picked it up. 3 from the corner. Thomas tracks it down at the horn. Oh, it would have counted if it would have gone. The Knights coaches wanted a foul on that last shot by Thomas. No foul, no bucket. As I beg your pardon, I did not hear the whistle. Thomas makes that first. Boy, I saw the coaches going crazy. But they were excited about the fact it was a foul called. And Deshaun Thomas makes 2 of 2. He'll have one more coming. End for Brownstown Central. Deshaun Thomas makes all 3. He's got 23 points. Now the third quarter is complete. And it's a 4. And there's a good look at the man who's done most of the damage today. Look at those numbers, John Laskowski.
23 points. The rest of the team has 20. And he has the same amount of field goals as all of his teammates. But he's the best player on the
foot. Misses. Rebounded Thomas. Here comes Evan Blackman and the rest of the Knights. Barnett fakes the 3. One dribble right side. Misses. Follow Deshaun Thomas with another putback bucket.
He was slow coming down the floor. He thought maybe the fast break would take care of him not having to come down. But as he saw it slow down, he hurried down the floor. And great timing right there for the basket. Watch him now. He's way back past the top of the key when that shot goes up. But he's able to get to the rim before that rebound hits the floor and lay it in. Then Brownstown turns it over with a wild pass on the press. And Luers has it again.
Well, he is as good as advertised, friends. We thought he would be. And he has helped his team to a 45-31 lead now with just 6.5 to play. Here's Thomas again. 3-pointer. Nothing but net. My goodness, is this guy a player?
He had some pressure outside, too, by Wishmeyer and still able to hit that shot.
28 points.
Different classes. And another loss they had was
we should mention the Knights did beat Fort Wayne Schneider this year, but it was in a holiday tournament game, and so it didn't count towards the conference regular season. 30 points now, by the way, for Deshaun Thomas.
Like this will allow you to just in and out, and then Deshaun Thomas on the rebound, Wishmeyer on the foul.
Well, here goes Deshaun Thomas, 30 points right at his average. He can add to that here. And he does. If he gets to 36, he'll move into 10th place all-time on the all-time scoring list. So he can put himself in the top 10 before his senior season even begins.
Luers still with their frontline players in there, and although Brownstown Central's made some substitutes.
Thomas from the corner, a 3-ball. Good. He's got 34. The most points, by the way, in a Class A state championship game is 37. 2 different players have done it in Class A. In 2A basketball, the game we're watching here, 1 player has scored 37 in a game. Tyler Cook from Winchester scored 37 last year against Fort Wayne Bishop Luers in the 2A game. And right now, that record is being threatened by Deshaun Thomas.
And now some reserves for both teams in the ball game to enjoy this great moment.
There's a running lay-in for Alden Deshaun. He played a little bit in the first half. That's how the game draws to a close. 67-49 is the final, as Fort Wayne Bishop Luers captures their 2nd straight Class 2A state championship. And for Coach Blackman, in just 5 short seasons, he's won 2 state titles, all at the helm, but has slowly built on that 12-9 record from season number 1, and has built himself quite a powerhouse in 2A basketball.
Well, you get Deshaun Thomas to come to your school, you know that things are going to be good.
That certainly helps. You're right, to have a guy of that talent level. Deshaun Thomas, what a player he is. Good look at Deshaun Thomas as the 2 teams shake hands and prepare to receive their medals. Brownstown Central, an award winner in the Mental Attitude Award ceremony, proudly brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. He is the former McDonald's All-American, former Indiana All-Star, actually finished runner-up in the Mr. Basketball voting in his senior season of 1983 at Marion High School. And quite a player, quite a coach. He's won 2 straight. Fort Wayne Bishop Luers, the Knights, another state championship ring for the Knights. They're posing for another state championship team photo. Fort Wayne Bishop Luers wins the 2A state championship 67-49. Time for today's most valuable player, sponsored by triptocollege.org. Make your play to higher education at atriptocollege.org. A great way to get going. Laz, I'll call this one a no-brainer. How about Deshaun Thomas for our most valuable player?
Absolutely. There you see the totals. He was 8 of 10 from 2-point range. He missed most of his shots from 3-point range, but this guy just did it all. 15 rebounds, 6 offensive boards. So I'm lay that one back in, and another one right there. A block shot right there. 9 total block shots for Fort Wayne Luers, but Thomas is just too big and strong, and he can play outside. So great choice. There's the shot. A very tough shot he made from 3-point land.
And remember, he is only a junior, folks. He'll be back again next season and will have the opportunity, if he can stay healthy and score at a high clip, which he most certainly can do. He could become the state's all-time leading scorer in the history of Indiana high school basketball. Laz mentioned those 9 block shots for Fort Wayne Bishop Luers. That ties a Class 2A state championship record. We'll talk more about it after this. State champions again, now in 2009, back-to-back for Fort Wayne Bishop Luers, the 2A state champs. Congratulations to the Knights. Time now for our Comcast high-speed plays of the game. It's time now for the Comcast high-speed plays of the game. Comcast, always dreaming, never stopping. Here we go, Laz.
Well, it was the defense, the turnovers, 17 total for Brownstown that really cost that game, and it came from the guards. Mullen and Barnett make the steals that leads to the easy baskets, and there you see 3 of them in a row right there at various parts of the ball game, but 3 on our highlight reel to show you how quick those guards can be and how quickly they.
I'm Bob Blackman. Thanks for joining us, and congratulations to the Knights.